for sale if anybody wants a boat. Can't see it on camera probably. Looks like a nice one. I don't need a boat. I want a boat. I don't need a boat. Hey guys, how's it going? Just wanted to do a quick little video on the air intake I built. I wanted something a little different than what everybody else has. I didn't want to go out and spend hundreds of dollars on a cold air intake just to get, you know, the standard style cold air intake. So I went ahead and built my own. Did kind of a different style with a hood scoop, the whole lot. So like, subscribe, hope you enjoy the video. Okay, all the parts are finally here, so we're gonna try and do this airbox thing. We'll see. I'm still not 100% on the design, but we're gonna give it a shot. So either way, first things first, take these stock stuff all apart, get the new air filter set up in there, and make sure that will work. Once that works, we can figure out what else we're doing. So here we go. This is part of the reason we're changing. This is a new filter. And that's just how much grunge gets thrown up from these tires up in there and into the airbox. Gross. Stock one, new one with air filter. So that works. Just gotta get the linkages and everything hooked up, get the hose clamp back on there, and figure out where I'm putting the hole for the scoop. This is the other thing we're replacing today. The stock restrictive air horn here for the inlet to the block heater. Doing this shiny, nice billet piece. Much less restrictive, better flow. And has ports if you want to put nitrous on it ever. I'm not putting nitrous on the truck. But, yeah, that's going on there. Really not that hard. You got the 10 mil there and 4 10 mils on this all around it. And then these two guys here, you gotta take those off, and then all that comes off. This thing came with a new boot, so you're getting rid of this boot. And then you've got the horn, put it all back together. Came with new gaskets too, so super easy, we'll get that rolling. Okay. Alright. First lesson, don't trust Amazon. Doesn't always fit perfect. That, I think, should be a given for any project. This actually went on pretty easy. That guy needed a new gasket, which is fine. Got it all torqued down. Solid. Not going anywhere. That definitely flows a lot better. I mean, just playing with it, that little bit I have so far, definitely works. This, though, was almost too long. I had to shove the existing intercooler pipe almost up inside it and kind of kitty-womp it, and then shove this gasket down and clamp it to cover it. But right here, there is a gap between these two pipes. Now, I'm kind of worried about building boost and popping that boot, but at the same time, there's supposed to be a gap there anyway. This is too long. There's supposed to be a gap, and then this covers that gap. So this is supposed to handle the pressure of the boost. Like, the pipes don't go into one another. This handles the boost pressure. If I pop this boot, though, I do have the stock boot here, and it is a little bit longer and has some bellows. I may swap back to this if I have issues with that one. It should be good. I'll get the rest of everything else that I'm doing on there. We'll take it for a drive, build some boost, drive it, and, you know, see what it does. But that should do it. That should be okay. And then I have this one as a spare if I need it. So, but got the new gasket on there. Started it, ran it. No leaks. No engine codes, nothing. It all looks good. So we'll see what happens next. Okay, final idea. So it's sitting there. Everything's good. Got the hose and everything. I have it turned. I think she's going to sit right there. Plenty of room. Still, you know, clearance for the fan and everything. No issues. Sits right on the edge of the valve cover there. I've got some bracketry over there. I need to build a bracket to hold it in place off something in here. Don't really know what yet. I might go off an exhaust bolt or one of these guys to hold it, or maybe, I don't know. Hold that so that this doesn't move and can't wiggle. But then there it sits pretty darn flat. And when you close it, it presses the headliner up against the lip and still shuts. So I should be able just to put some edging seal around this and then cut the hole through the headliner where the hole for the scoop's going to be, and then have the scoop come right in, air come right into the biggest cavity here and flow right through. So it'll be, the scoop will be just off center and about right in the middle of the hood, which should look pretty cool. And it will function. It will be a true cold air to the turbo intake. But yeah, everything is working so far. Okay, we've got the new air filter set up on the truck. We've got the new intake for the manifold on there from the intercooler. Everything's tied down, torqued up, buttoned up. So we're gonna take it for just a drive around the block, check for codes, make sure everything's happy, check the boost, make sure it builds it, make sure it doesn't blow anything, everything's happy. Once I'm happy with that, then we'll figure out what kind of a hole we're cutting in the hood. So, here we go. See what we got. Realistically, the only thing that's changed is we've got a lot less restriction on the intake side of the turbo now. The only thing in there is the cone filter. There's no more any baffles or more, you know, there's less turns and all that kind of stuff. Alright, here we go, build and boost. 2 PSI. Alright, I like that. That was 10 PSI of boost, just pulling up to 30. No problems. Seems happy. You can definitely hear the turbo whistle louder, which is nice. Alright, 25 PSI of boost. No problems. Thing maxes out at about 30, 31, and I hardly ever hit that, so that's a good sign that we built that boost and she was happy. Didn't blow anything there. Alright, we're doing another pull up a hill here. Noticing a huge difference on the EGTs. I think they're a little lower, just a little though, not a big difference. I mean, I'm a couple degrees at most. I don't really see anything crazy. And the truck's still fairly cold. I mean, it's been sitting for 2 days, and I'm just barely taking it out for a cruise here. We're just barely off. So not a lot happening yet as far as that goes, but yeah. So far, don't see any big issues. She certainly breathes easier. You can hear the turbo spooling. She definitely sounds happier. I also noticed that the exhaust note is a little throatier, which I do like. Again, not a huge difference, but it's there. Hopefully this bicyclist doesn't run into me. You thought about it. You thought about it. I love it when pedestrians think that they can beat a vehicle. It's just hilarious. The entire idea that pedestrians have the right of way does not make sense to me, and I'm probably going to catch some flame for that. And hear me out. I'm not just trying to be one of those, you know, raging lunatics about it. Genuinely, I have concerns about that. A person walking can hear better and can stop and change direction a whole lot quicker than a vehicle. Even take your small cars. I don't care what kind of car you're talking about, what kind of vehicle, God, truck, car, Mini Cooper, whatever. You, walking, can stop a whole lot faster, and you will take a whole lot more damage than the vehicle will. So why is it the vehicle's responsibility to stop when you can stop faster? Pedestrians, people, bodies, should not have the right of way. They should have to wait on the big thing that can hurt them, not the other way around. And that, again, it's not trying to do the whole I'm just genuinely, I don't understand that concept. I don't understand how someone thought, you know, that the big thing that can't stop should have to stop for the little thing that can. From a physics standpoint, that doesn't make any sense. But enough on that. Test drive success. Everything seems to have held together. We'll pop the hood and double check, but no codes, no issues. Everything seems fine. Temps are happy. Certainly builds boost like he always has, so minty. I like it. It's dark, so I'm using a light. I made a mess, and I'm cleaning up tools, but let's scoop. It's on there. It works. It pulls air. Nice, cool, crisp, clean, out of the engine bay air. Okay, first start with it. Seems happy. No lights. I hope you can hear that on camera, because you can definitely hear that turbo whistle now, man. Holy cow. no issues driving around. We're at operating temp. Everything seems fine. She sounds really cool with this, so we'll see. Here we go. Okay guys, we got her all put together. Just wanted to show you the final product. So, down in here we've got the new air filter setup. That's the cone style filter in the canister, just reusing the stock, stock hoses, everything like that. Those aren't too bad, so everything's happy there. This guy, you can see we built the bracket. He just goes back to a bolt on the valve cover actually, turned out pretty sick. And this just still sits here. It can wiggle a little bit, but that actually is okay because when the hood's closed, it rests on this seal that I put on here and just kind of holds everything down. Nothing super fancy there. I mean, it's just that easy. There's your intake, a lot less restrictive, and we're getting the nice cold air. This guy's still doing just fine. No issues with the hoses. It's been about 2 days I've been driving it, just making sure everything's happy. I can't complain. Everything seems just fine. I double-checked the hose a couple times. Doesn't seem to be wearing anything. Obviously, I'll keep an eye on it as I go, but should be good. And then last but not least, that's the hole that we put in the hood. So, real easy. Wasn't anything crazy. I may change it a bit as I go, but there's the hood scoop. Just bolts to it. It's got the 4 bolts that go through on there, and then I drilled these 5 holes out just with the step bit. I may eventually come back in and get rid of those holes entirely, just make it one big hole just for better airflow. But even just doing that and then having this side of the air box have a gap here. Keeps it pretty nice. A lot of cold air comes through there, and then a lot of cold air still comes in through here, and it's not coming from the exhaust side of the engine bay either. It's just coming up over the top here. So not the coldest air in the world coming that way, but plenty of cold air still coming through there, and that's mainly where it pulls from. The sound is amazing when it drives. Definitely like it a lot better than it was stock. So yeah, that's the end result. Hope you enjoyed the video. I think I said it already in here once, but don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below if you like what you see, if you have any ideas how to make this better, if you have any questions about it, if you want to do it yourself. Scared the hell out of me drilling holes in the hood, but now that I'm done, I'm actually really happy with it, so no issues there. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Have a good one.